stream number 6, I think. Still Crossout racing, second half of the 4-hour session today. Just get things settled here a minute. Okay, alright. Let's get started then. So, yeah, 10 races in the first hour and a half. Well, then I've then had a 35-minute or so break, so makes it 10 in the first half. There's 2 hours of racing session, so if I can match that, I'll be pretty happy. In the next 2 hours, during which I probably won't have a break. Might be struggling a little bit by the end of it, but we'll see how it goes. Not my favourite start position on this map because that happens, but it's also not terrible. Make the way through these people making a complete carnage of the start of their lap. And you as well. Yeah, you do not have control of your boosters. And the leader's missed the gate as well. Oh, I raced against him a little while ago, just before a break. And should have done better than I did. So let's get that corner right, please. Back into race mode, come on. So he's missed the gate again. And he's definitely gone a bit skewy there. So I'm going to go the slightly longer way here, just because I didn't want to get involved in that squabble. Hopefully be able to sort this out as we go down the straight. He's definitely over boosted there, got himself in some trouble. I've gone the slightly longer way than the leader, but I'm going to go the shorter way here. Just got away with that slide. Right. That's 2 laps done, so running out of time to catch this guy if I'm going to win this race. I suspect I'm not going to catch this guy, and I'm not going to win this race, but you never know. Haven't given up. He's only got to make one mistake on a bend somewhere, and he's got back marker with him there, so the back marker went the other way, so yeah, he's avoided that. I've gone for it a bit too much there, so he is now home safe and dry, I would think. To give him a nudge, that's a bad sign because that means I'm going to run all the way through to the gate and I'm going to be exploded for stopping in the gate. Actually, I don't need to wait long enough for that to happen anyway. Race 1, second place. Okay, nice warm up. Now it's back to that string of wins. Had a really good string of wins just towards the back end of the first half of this session. Something like 4 wins, I think it was, in 6 races. Crossout racing, that's a pretty good result. With the level of carnage that goes on at the start of these things, to be consistently coming through it in order to be contending for a win is the first thing. So most of the time you come through that first section and you're in a big mess, and there's no coming back to win from that. So it suggests that I've got a pretty good thing going on off the starts, enabling me to get around the starts and get away clear. Now I got away very clear in this race. The first happy carnage, the waves just parted in front of me almost and just left me completely free to do whatever I wanted to. So whoa. made a mistake there, but what I was going to say was, having got a perfectly good start and having got clean away completely, left everyone for dead, it was slightly disconcerting to see that I was being caught up all the way around the rest of that first lap, to the point where I then did what I did at the end of it, because I was a little bit nervous about what was going on behind me. Do really is hope that he does have some back market issues along around the back of this lap, because I'm not catching him otherwise. I can't see any back markers in his eye line. Well, there is one actually, and in fact he has jumped himself over a bump and has given me an in here, so if I can just not do that, I had a shot at that. So yeah, both of us had our issues around that lap. I think he turned himself over on that same lump in a couple of laps. But yeah, a couple of mistakes that I made were just not enough. But yeah, really blew that there. I had the win in my hands after his mistake, and all I had to do was just get it round there. But I was very over eager with my boosts. I could have saved them and got along the straight, because I didn't need to make the bend. So still, we're back to bridge map, which is good. There you go, round the carnage, straighten up, and we're we were nearly away. I can't even get that. I'm essentially now essentially 30 seconds behind there. There was no coming back from that. That worked so well. Got around the first corner and then just got hit just as I fired the booster, and it's the worst time to get hit. Once your booster's fired, you're fine, but that initial burst of acceleration you get is in the direction you're facing when you've hit the button. So the worst thing you can do is get a clip just as you fire the booster, because it just spins you as the booster kicks in. Oh, back in the race with IA25 again. I've just had some interesting racing with around the fortress map. So yeah, bit of trouble there getting onto the bridge. No, don't shove me off the bridge, you git. Right, now we're clear again, and given RA25 is the one who has beaten me, not just in that last race, the last completed race that I did, but also in other races previously. I know he's quick. He's quick. I was about to say he's quicker than me, but it does depend on the map. So I will having got him out of the equation, so I'll just pay attention. That was purely a lack of attention, that mistake. Now I could fire these boosters together off more than one at once, and it does stack the effect, but it actually stacks it to the point where it's so much harder to control. A single booster, you get the benefit, and you get it for a defined period of time, and then when it stops, you almost instantly lose all the extra speed. Which may not sound like a great thing, but when you've got a corner to make, it's quite handy to have that speed drop off. When you fire more than one booster, you tend to find that, or I tend to find, that the speed carries much further. it takes much longer to slow down, so you'll finish boosting just far before the corner as before. And whereas with a single pair, the speed just drops off instantly and you can make the turn. When you fire two pairs, the speed just doesn't go. Speed just doesn't go and you can't make the corner. And you find you're applying brakes which don't work, or you're hand braking. So that's 4th place, is flying over the bridge there. I was about to say this is all very comfortable, but actually, if that was RA there coming through in 2nd place, it was. So he nearly got in front of me across the, as we took the jump, and he came off the other way. Kind of caught me by surprise. I hadn't realised he was so close. Yeah, he took the other route, which is slower because you've got to make a sharp turn when you come down. I come off the jump and you're kind of pointing pretty much the right way, and you can just immediately fire bursters. When you come down through the ramp, you've got a sharp turn after the corner, and you've got to go up a hill which slows you down, and when you hit the water, you've got a turn to make in the water. You've got to turn towards the gate, then through the gate turn, which means you can't fire boosters in the water, and that's a real car crash. Yeah, it's really difficult when you're coming out of the route, so although it is definitely quite a lot shorter, I'm convinced it's not quicker. It might be quicker to get to the next gate, but once you've got to that gate, it's the turn in the water that's a problem. So you have to lose all your momentum and your speed. Okay, factory map. I don't mind the factory map mostly. First corner's always a bit of a mess. Thank you for him shoving me through that first corner. I appreciate that. Damn it, don't know the layout of the trains there. The leader's a long way away. So I don't know if I'll ever catch him now. Definitely looking at 2nd place there, Porker, however you pronounce it. Going with Paula with a K, it's Porker. Well, really made that turn quite tight, that surprised me. To a point where, yeah, caused all that fishtailing, because I was totally not expecting to be where I was. I've not done well in the first session today over the jump, so that's better. Yeah, get those boosters to finish burning before you get off the ramp. Otherwise, that mistake before. If you get lined up for that jump, you can take that jump with boosters. But you really do have to be careful. And you definitely have to not do that. So I took it way too tight the previous turn, was coming at the jump from way on the left hand side. If I'd taken it there, then I would have not got enough levitation, would have got not got enough altitude on it. Yeah, it's that big jump there that's the one. You have to be really careful about changing direction just there. So yeah, I think I was getting laughed at by Porker there. I think he was having a good laugh at my fail on the jump, and then another one at the fact that I boosted. Oh, I'm not paying attention, I'm watching my stream on my other monitor. I'm not preparing for the start of this, so yeah. Started behind everyone, forced me to take the jump a lot tighter than I normally would, because there's a lot more height. Now same guy again, let's see how we get on with this one. So he's gone up the jump, and I have gone really wide. Made a big miss of that, but if they're going to do that every time, I'm pretty sure the other route is quicker. Oh yes, just managed to find a route through the carnage there. Let's come out in first, that's quite handy. Knowing as well that they are probably going to go the slower route in a second, means that I can take the wider arc there, not get myself into the bumpy trouble, and then just boost away. I'm not sure why you'd even dream of going up there. I'm not even sure it's shorter, but it's definitely got one tight turn, a second tight turn for the jump, Oh, come on, go in a straight line, will you? That was not good. Should have won that after I came through the trouble at the end of the first lap. I really should have carried on with that and put that one to bed on a map that traditionally I do relatively well at. Fail. Nothing I could do about that. That was the price I pay for double boosting off the start. Up to third again. Second's in sight, but if I had to guess, I'd say first is away. Well, first's still there actually. I can see him. Lost a lot of speed there along the straight. That was bad. I don't want to be going through the water. So that mistake took away any chance I had of catching these two, which is kind of annoying because I think the chance was there actually. You know, just look at where they are now, and they're not away yet. Oh. No. Yeah, there's a big wall there. You can't see it, but it's there. Thanks to the cracking map graphics, that bit of wall disappears every time you come round there. So you can't see that it's there. Go past that guy again, the leaders will be finishing any minute. Leaders are over the line. Last time I saw them they were pretty close to each other. I've no reason to suspect that changed. I'm the one driving badly, not them. Let's try again. I've managed one win since I came back on. Well, 10 at halfway point. I'll check the storage. There's a tree there. There's a tree here as well. There's not what I could have done about that other than not be in the gaggle of traffic that I was in. So what really went wrong there, I got myself in trouble. You die by the sword, mate. You die by hitting that post. None of us have got any chance really, but any chance you did have went with that. Right here, completely clean. There's half a chance we might get onto the podium. Third place is just up there, can see him, so... I said if it's completely clean, there's a chance. Second place, went a long way round the ship there. Just he didn't have the momentum that I did either, so it doesn't just prove that that's not the way to go. behind. Finally, the leader's finished 12 seconds ago already. Go and join him over there. So that was quite a long way behind with a few mistakes, but let's keep going. Back at Rock City, we like that. Try and get a good start. Slightly wider than I like to be, kind of forces me to take this jump a bit. And I'll get back on the ground and get firing them boosters, but find you end up behind everybody, and behind idiots doing that, boosting when they can't sustain it. Ah, you muppet! Whoa, what are they all going up there for? Guess that's not a bad escape route if you come through that archway at the wrong angle. Probably better than going up that blooming bridge. Well, that was a suspect boost. Slam the brakes on there. Fortunately, he's definitely struggling. And he's going the long way there, so I would expect here to come round ahead of him. Yep. Get boosts going up the straight here. Bit of a gap behind me now. Just a bit cautious there around there. Normally I'd have fired my booster a bit sooner as I came round there, but I need to push it too hard when I'm in front with a bit of a gap. Despite making mistakes in the early lap, a slow start and then a few collisions on the way round. Forgot where I was going for a second then. Let's hope I still make it round the corner. Don't let him catch me up. Yep, he's definitely going for it, shall we say. Stay on the flat, boost my way round here and keep away from him. Again, wouldn't normally boost there. Does make that turn that bit more tight, but if he's got to take it tight, then if I take it tight, then he's got to, and he can't get past me as well whilst I'm cutting the corner tight. So and finally another win. So of course now I've got to sit here and wait for it to finish. I don't know whether he's... It looks like he's hanging around. Interesting horn honking there as the first came round to finish the last. And he got 150 points there, not 210. Odd. 12 containers, that's 2 in this session, first 25 to 30 minutes. Back onto the factory, where a really good start means you can take the jump over the train, but I have decided to pretty much avoid that unless I get a really awesome start. And that's why. Seems that everybody else had some trouble there. I've come round there, clearing the lead. I'll just be careful of when I turn here. Yeah, I did exactly what I was just thinking I shouldn't do. Slam the brakes on for that one. Take the jump. No, I boosted too soon. Should not have done that. On the plus side, it's Jones. I didn't realise it was him. That means he had a bad start and has caught me up because he's quick. I know he's quick. Yeah, and that's another mistake. So I think the victory here has gone. Especially now. So yeah, you can boost over that jump, but you really have to boost early enough that it's finished before you make the jump, because could be in trouble here. I'm in trouble here. Yep. Awesome use of boosters to keep me upright. Completely fluky. Yeah, not gonna fire one there. Couldn't. I was at skewy iffy angle, and by the time I'd got myself pointing the right way to have used a boost, hit the tree. Yeah, knew it. So the win has definitely gone on this one. So this is all about trying to hang on to second place. Now I don't know where third is, but so that's the way to do it. Come round the corner and boost. I lost a lot of pace actually because I came round the corner fairly sideways, but yeah, Jones has been finished a long time, so I think he was probably so yeah, a bit of an epic fail that one. I'm normally relatively good at that map, but something seems to be just slightly off with the balance of the car at the moment. Well, I'm really struggling to make that jump over the train, which I used to make in this same vehicle, the same design, a lot more easily than I seem to do now. For once, that really worked out, taking that on a much tighter line than everybody else. Normally I would go wide and come round them as they're all causing carnage over the jump, but actually that time worked relatively well. Just get this straightened up. Oh, second place is on my tail all of a sudden. Boosts have left him behind. It's timed quite nicely, just perfect loss of speed coming around there. So I think, yeah, they caught me off a bit there. I think other people boost that better than I do and take that turn better than I do as well. Oh no, I do not want to be round there. tight race though, you know, a couple of small mistakes and everybody's come past me. This is a very stable build, this. You do find that actually, as long as you don't steer while you're going over a bump and not fully in contact with the road, then actually you can boost pretty much whenever you want to, other than just before a tight turn like that one. Nice, just steal third there. Level 3 Steppenwolf's got some more APC panels. They're pretty good panels. I've already thrown one of those onto a build. Elsewhere. Here we go again. Bridge map should suit me as long as you get a clean start. And that looks like a clean start for everyone. So at this point it's all about how I get past that guy without crashing. That worked pretty neatly. Keep it together. Crashed on the straight. That's the first time I've ever crashed there. Yeah, everyone's coming up to the jump here. Whoa. I've made a pretty big mess of that, but not as big as he did. So the leader is now a long way away, and even with the advantages I have on this map, I can't imagine that I'm going to catch him. He must be across the bridge already. Yeah, he is. No matter how quickly I can go across the bridge, if he's already off of it, then I'm definitely not catching him. Good though. Yeah, he's already on the slope at the far end, so he's definitely got this thing sorted out. Can see him, so I guess I'm slightly closer than I was last time. In fact, actually, I hadn't got carried away trying to chase him, and if I'd realised just how little time there was left till the corner there, I'd have been right on his tail, but I had to drop anchors on the brakes there to avoid completely missing the corner. And that will finish off any last hopes I might have had. Seven seconds behind or something. Not great finish that. Still only 2 wins, 40 or 45 minutes into this session. probably could have gone straight there, thinking everybody else seemed to have got out of the way for me. Turned a bit sooner there. I boosted at the right time, but because I hadn't turned the corner yet, the boost pushed me the wrong way. But it wasn't the boost that was wrong, it was the steering that was wrong. We got 2 boosts in going down there, that's less than usual. In the water. Steering is definitely not perfect in this session, definitely not in this race. Steering's important for this bit, because if you come over there slightly wide, then you find yourself on a jump that you're not really expecting, and it just pushes you way wider than you think you're going to be. Hey, got to beat a proper battle. Can't beat a proper battle build in the middle of a race. Ambitious, that boost, but got away with it. Completely unnecessary actually when it comes down to it. I really shouldn't have done that. And you are, well, they haven't quit out though, so we've got at least 2 battle builds in this race, but they have yet to give up. So that's what happens if you get the line wrong round here. Okay, get out of the way, Bobby. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to do that, but I'd have just came round there and found you in front of me. Couldn't really avoid you. Maybe could have if I'd have applied a bit more steering sooner, but still, this race is not over. Presumably this is the end, is it? Seconds, 12 maybe. Bless him. It's got 4 cracking machine guns. God knows what else he's got under the hood there. Radar nice and protected in the back so that he knows where we all are. So that's one. And that's the other one. 3 machine guns, some spikes, 4 machine guns, one of them's pointing backwards. Okay. That's a little bit questionable even in a battle, because it means that the other 3 can point backwards. It's not like these other ones couldn't point backwards, so he had to add one that could. They could all point backwards. So we've got 3 guns that could point in all directions, and 1 gun one gun which could only point backwards. Still, that was another win. Was that a mission I was getting some stats on then? No. It's just an update on it rather than actually any progress. Okay, so that was another win. 10 to 8. An hour and 10 minutes to go. Agent of 9. And some nice and unpronounceable names. So I'm glad you just yanked into me straight off the start line there, mate. That was really nice of you. You've come off pretty badly for it, so I'm pretty okay with that. You've done it again. Wow, now that was carnage. Everybody on their side and in the air. So if that continues, I'd expect to win this race from being the only one who's not going to be on their roof for half of it. But I do need them all to get out of the way. They're going to be slow. I definitely do not want that guy to win in front. Unpronounceable one, definitely. Yeah, so who made that work there? All of a sudden I'm uncontrollable. Down in 5th. Was thinking I had a good chance of winning this early on, but that's not looking very likely. Took my eyes off for a second to look at my position, and all of a sudden I'm way off target and losing ground on 3rd. Too many mistakes. Now at least he's made one, but so have I, so he's still going to beat me. God damn it. He's the one person in this race that I wanted to beat just because he rammed me right off the start line for no reason. He didn't need to, he just turned into me right off the start line. He's just got no control of that thing, he's all over the place. Get out the way. Thought I'd got enough room to get past him there, but clearly didn't. Oh, now I've missed the gate, and that's going to let the other guy back in again. Gutted, mate. Fifth, that's a pretty piss poor position. That suggests another brake's needed, but I shan't be taking one now. Plough on through. Don't recognise any of the other names in this one. I seem to be right on the back of the troll off the start line. Around the back, it was too much chaos and I was too far off being able to make the turn. Use him. Yeah, you've overboosted there, mate. Oh, I've lost control as well, though. Oh, damn it! So that guy in the lead, I was confident of catching him because he's firing all these bursters in one go. He's all over the place. He can't steer the thing because he loses complete control of it every time he fires a burster. And then it seems that a bunch of the rest of them are in the same boat. So we have now got past most of those. So we get some sensible racing between Kaminsky and I know, because he's missed the gate as well, and I'm about to as well. He can deal with the troll for me. Thank you. It's a hollow victory this, because, well, I don't know, I think I'd have caught him, but I blatantly only have caught him because he shoved the troll out of the way for me. Somebody's right up behind me again, so if that was him, he's definitely quicker than me. Maybe he just spunked a load of boosters in one go there, and that's how he managed to catch up, because he suddenly dropped really far behind, so I can only imagine that he had an issue making a gate, which I can only assume... God. Okay. Was expecting the troll to be there, but he's over here. He's trying to get me, but he's not really good enough troll. So that ought to be enough now. Just keep it clean around here. I don't need to do anything silly. He did hit me there, the troll, but he didn't. He didn't manage enough to. I just don't understand what they find interesting about this. He's wide enough to get through the gate, but he is going to get exploded in a second. He's narrow enough to get through the gate. I got a victory sign there in my screenshot. I did get quite lucky towards the end of my final lap there. I boosted a little bit unnecessarily and found myself going a bit wide, needing a bit of fortune, I guess, but a bit of tight driving to get round the corner. So new race, lost the troll somewhere, that's good. Same circuit, yeah. Don't like starting out there. Puts you naturally right at the back. Now if I can get through underneath him. Give him quite a long lift. Second hit I've had along there, that's not going to help. Did quite well there considering I did the whole of the first straight with somebody on my back. Driving like a guy who's got an uncontrollable car when I totally haven't. I'm just driving like it. First lap incidents were mostly my fault. I did come through the start, apart from the fact that I had that guy on my roof. Most of the start was kind of okay. Got one more lap to go, so this isn't dead yet. Second is in view. Lost a bit of angle there, that's not the way to go. Probably it's cost any chance I had of that, and then I went over the jump sideways because I was trying desperately to get all of my boosters in up this straight. And clearly missed the finish gate. There's no point turning back just to try and save a third place. I was desperately bursting everything there to try and catch up with the second place guy, but having failed to catch up with second place guy, I'm really not interested in going back to claim third. So, yeah, usual carnage. Everyone gets slammed against the gate. Make sure you're not the one getting slammed against the gate, and then on the bridge with all the boosters you can muster. Get out of the way, fella. It's my fault, I guess. He's coming up here with me. It's going to be tight. Somehow managed to come out of that clean. I boosted away quicker than he did. Thank you. He was about to hit the tree. Not the leader. Not anymore. Not sure I am either though. Too many times today, shouldn't still be doing that. Caused a bit of chaos there, I think. I think the leader's probably well away, the guys. They were all together, weren't they? Quite sure what I'm doing up there. Going well. This probably suggests I should call it a day on racing today, maybe. See if it gets any better. I've got a lot of boosts available here. This is not a good sign. Place is weaving about all over the shop there. I did not want to do that. Yeah, that was stupid. I knew I didn't want to do that long before I did it. I was even thinking not to do it because that's what would happen. Poor effort, too many mistaken boosters, too many poor lines, too much getting tangled up with other people unnecessarily. Bad effort. Everyone was getting through there clean, so I stuck a second boost on. I was just kind of waiting. I didn't want to boost that too soon and have everyone just suddenly collapse in front of me and give me no chance of avoiding it because I was fully boosted. Oh Jesus, dude. Get a grip on that thing. Come on, turn. Yeah, I think tiredness has struck here. Reactions are not quite what they should be. Making a pig's ear of every race. It's just crazy. I was going to get through there in one piece. But I have got through there in not that bad shape. Boost away from me there. Quite a long way behind the leader, I suspect, though. Maybe not. It suggests that actually a couple of clean laps and this can be okay. Yeah, that's not a couple of clean laps, is it? Still in sight, but made the gap bigger. That's not going to help. Somehow got away with that, but it did cost me another boost. Start the straight off well. Wrong button. Missed a boost there because I hit the wrong button. It's not going to work. Less than 10 seconds behind, but not good enough. Not good enough. Still, racking up the XP. It's good. Only reached level 25 during the overnight race session, so to have already be 100,000 past that suggests some good stuff today. Launched into the lead. That's not common here. That's not the right thing to do either. No, not to just boost there. That's a really stupid thing to do because you just can't make that turn. If you're coming at it on a live active lap, bless him, dude with auto cannon or whatever it was he's got on the front there. If you're coming at it on an active lap, you'll never make the turn. Well, you're boosting at times that mean you can't possibly make the turn. Yeah, so on an active lap like that, where you can get your line right, you can still boost in the lead up to that corner. But at the start, there's too much traffic. You can't manoeuvre around the traffic if you've boosted, which means you're always going to end up pushed out wide. You can't get the line right. Now that is third and fourth, is it? Second and third? Third and fourth, so looking like I'm going to give them a run for their money. Place up ahead on the road, so get this lap right. I could potentially close that gap. Okay, going the long way around here, but that's alright, means we can keep boosting. Seconds off the lead. Not good enough, obviously, but not a disastrous performance. Still only the 12 wins, kind of an hour in since my break without a win, I think. Not win, sorry, 2 wins in an hour. None in half an hour, so which map, let's take advantage. Right, we're away. Could boost again there, but I'm not going to. Let's get this turn right. Not save the boost to avoid doing anything slightly screwy on that turn, and then did something slightly screwy anyway. Just waiting slightly more until I'm round that corner to fire that booster, just because, yeah, this is bad. Slam the brakes on. Just because it allows you to get properly set up. The roadway just narrows slightly with the little barriers and there. Making hard work of this. Too many mistakes still. Not perfect for me against a bunch of opponents who don't seem to be that good. And I am gonna win it comfortably. Hopefully that was in second place there. I don't know who that was, and I don't know where second place is. But there don't seem to be anybody else in the river now, so I'm thinking I've got this in the bag. Park up in the trees. There we go, he comes along the river. Got 40 seconds to go with the countdown, so 20 seconds behind me. There's some people a long way behind here, but none of them are in battle builds or anything. And he's got a generator there he's got at the back, or is that a... Because generator is wasted because he's only got 8 boosters or something. Didn't make anything out of his extra boosters. Well, on the way through Stone Death level 7, that's good. I'm going to hang on and wait for this group again because I'd quite like to race that lot again. They were rubbish. And of course it's not about the user's a rubbish driver or rubbish at racing. It's all about the build. It's about getting a build that's got stability and pace. You've got to have a lot of boosters. You need 10. If you haven't got 10, you're not likely to win. Oh. Oh, God. Pushed off the bridge. Alright, so I'm still catching Juicy Lucy up. Doesn't seem to know what her boosters are for. This has been a pretty bad effort, it has to be said. I'm still lost. Where the hell's Juicy Lucy? Oh, have I missed the gate? It thinks I've missed a gate, doesn't it? And I did miss a gate. I missed the gate at the end of the bridge. Didn't realise that was there. Just done a whole lab to get back to the bridge, to get back to the gate that I was supposed to go through, having been pushed off the bridge. Right, let's try again. Chaos there, I think I'll go about there. Ooh, that was tight. Quite a lot of colours. First time I've hit that bump in a while. I used to hit that bump all the time. Just a slightly unusual line in, I guess, because I'm trying to pick my way around the others. Which I've done not a bad job of so far. Get past this last one. Make the turn. Sure what I'm doing over there, but never mind. Oh, get round the corner before you boost. When you lose control like that, you can't just keep boosting, you've got to get back pointing the right way before you boost again. And I boosted then, pointing straight at the wall. Bit of an unknown. Lost sight of them all now, they're long gone. Still going over that jump. Just stops you being able to put the last boost in on that straight. Just forces you. Yeah, 15. We've got 5 in this session, so actually that's not quite as bad as I thought it was, but I think we're going to struggle to get to 20 from here. Going to have a really good run.
To get back to the bridge.
Chance like this map. So it's quite a difference to me that the bridge map is, but it works. So if you're going to get away to a good start like that, keep it together. Get them all back in it. I had quite a healthy little lead there, but blew it with that really shocking piece of driving. It's all about not trying to steer when you're in the air or when you are light on your wheels. Because it just makes the car jump and doesn't steer or oversteers. It steers in very big lumps instead of steering in a controlled, smooth way, which is what you want to be doing. So that guy got quite close to me there, but between him hitting me and me getting quite a lot of boosters, I've managed to hold away from him for a while. So he got back in front of me. I'll give him a little nudge there though, which might just put him back into check. I think he came back there with the sole intention of giving me a big hit, and he did, and I can't blame him for that. I mean, I don't aim at people like that, but certainly if I'm in a situation where I need to nudge somebody either to hold my own line or because they're just in the way, then absolutely I'll do that. Yeah, that was good. I think he was obviously able to keep up with me, albeit that I think he was doing it just by powering his boosters and wasn't actually completely in control. It looked like that was suggesting one day 4 hours till the next race session, which would be 1 AM Tuesday morning. Which kind of follows roughly their usual pattern, so I can boost away from that lot. Nope, didn't quite have enough control to do it. Had to wait for big guns there. Oh, come on, that was uncalled for. Had to wait for big guns to fire his thing because I was following him. And if I'd have boosted, A, would just have boosted into his backside, and B, shoved him way off unnecessarily. So this way he was just slight. Oh, come on! boosted there when I wasn't lined up at the beginning. Paid the price. Done it again. Get lined up, then fire the booster. Don't fire the booster whilst you're just about to make a turn, because it will go badly. You can turn once the initial boost is kind of settled, your car's up to speed, but you can't turn just as you boost. You just can't do it like that. Is this the end of the race, or have we got another lap to go? This is a slightly longer lap, so I suspect there's another one to go, isn't there? Gives me a chance to catch my rack. There's another guy up the road there, but I don't fancy my chances of catching him on the outside of my rack. Just nicked third place. Not good though. Should be beating that lot. Bridge, okay. Let's get this sucker sorted this time. Way out on the left to start, which is not ideal. But as long as it's going to be that clean, it will work nicely. Trouble there, but that's soon sorted. Back on back of this guy who's got a bank of boosters there. He's got them on separate buttons, but he's definitely got some of them pointing too high. Not pointed too high, but loaded too high, and that is what happens as he came down sideways. Not quite sure how he got away with that actually. Hold it there and wait for the turn. This could be tight. Great. Pulled away a long way down the straight, but made up for the fact I had a terrible corner at the end of it because I was going way too fast. Right to lap the guy in last place. That's the guy in second, nearly landed on top of me then. Sorry dude, didn't mean to get in your way. Shit. Get out of the way. Certainly didn't mean to boost twice then. That did not go at all well. I was trying to just nudge that guy out of the way, but you can't do it. They're so slow, and some of them are big and heavy as well. Not need that knock then. That's the race. Aggravated now. Let me just check what that is. Yeah, 1 win in 10. 1 win in 10. Standard fare, I guess. The longer into a race session go, the reactions you need and the focus you need just begins to drift away after 3.5 hours of non-stop racing. But on the maps, they're my favourites. He hit me then or something else? It was definitely this noise then of something hitting something. I don't know if it was somebody else coming up behind me with way too many boosts to be able to sustain it. Oh. Definitely being caught up here. Blown all these bursts running up there, so I've got away again. Cutting off a little bit there, but don't do it. Why do I do that? I know you can't get away with bursting there. Him based on how he was catching me. I think he's quicker than I am, so unless some foulness befalls him, like that. It was a good race though. It's a shame that it was mistakes by the pair of us that actually made that interesting, but I got away in front and then I mucked up to let him catch me up, and then he let me almost snatch it off him with a mistake just at the end. Condor SB. Condor SB, I've had trouble with Condor SB, but I can't remember whether it's because he was quick or because he was a troll. Looks like he's quick, and I have missed the gates, so I'm in trouble right from the off. I don't think I ever faced him on this map though, so we'll see what happens. Give him a nudge. Quickly there just to get out of his way before he lands on top of me. Okay, Dirty Sanchez in front. He said Dirty couldn't finish his name. He certainly made some rapid progress across the bridge there, but gap towards the end of it, but then that's why I didn't make the corner. But just plenty of time to go. And closing up the same amount on the bridge the next time. And I'll be looking alright. boost button. Can't boost off there, so he'll be away now. Guy a push all the way to the line. Damn it! That was Sanchez coming back the opposite way. He must have. He must have missed that gate. TV's getting pretty loud there. Let's just turn that down a bit. What have we got left? 25 minutes. Can't see us getting to 20 wins, but just see how many we can get. Just going to play it a bit cautious here, just to try and get around the corner in one piece. Didn't. That's why I don't always think it's such a brilliant idea. To play it safe off the start. Yeah, somebody else stuck up behind my sign. Well, at least he wasn't properly stuck. He was only loitering. Jump in. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Stop. Stop! Honestly. Now I'm the wrong side of the gate. I'm still sliding. And I've just accidentally hit a boost button. Because I changed my jack button. I was prepping to press. That was always going badly. As was that. Get out of the gate. This race should be finishing by now, but it isn't. I don't know where the leaders are. Cover themselves in glory in this one. The guys who've won it are quite slow. History's not looking good now. 1 in 10. It's 20 minutes to go. Then I'll take a break, I think. I may be back later for a little bit of regulation missions, but so yeah, you come from such a tight angle around that bend on the first lap that you can't boost up around it. It's so much tighter than it is when you come round it the second time, third time. At which point actually you can boost right up to that corner. Lined up really well. I said that you can boost right up to that corner. I didn't there because I got a little bit too close to it. Jesus, is that as far as you've got? Well, you're only between the second and third gates, and you've already been lapped. No, I've missed a boost there because I was too busy watching what he was doing. Oh, now that's proper fail. Damn it! Completely unnecessary. Oh, I can't lose to Steve. Holy shit. Oh fuck, it's not over. Well, it is for me. Well, that was the last lap. I might have got one more place, but that was never going to be a win, so I'm quite happy to jump out. I'm not getting, if I don't win, I'm not getting any fuel, I'm not getting any crates, I'm not getting any scrap because I've hit the scrap cap for the week. So there's really nothing in it for me. It. Just got to get one more boost in than normal around there this time. See what you've got then, fella. Oh, don't boost, look where you're going. I was looking at him, not where I was going. Hit the boost button, make sure you always look in the right direction before you boost. So it's interesting, so he's got a lot of boost buttons mapped together. Which means when he goes for it, he really goes for it. But then he's blank for a while. Has he got 2 sets there? He's got 2 banks of 4 he's firing maybe? Interesting, he went a pretty direct route there and it worked quite well for him. It's turning into a good race. I thought I was going to catch him pretty easily, but it seems not. Boosts. I'm on the straight and I'm out of boosts. Good game there. That was quite a tight little battle. As miffed as I am that I didn't get a lot closer to him. He did well. Yeah, the yawns are kicking in. Yep, forgotten to hit the battle button. We're definitely easing off. Gerpic raced against Gerpic earlier today, I think. Turned out to be a pretty awesome start. Continuation. I've now shot away from this lot, not because I'm that much quicker than them, but because I nailed that start. And I've now blown it again. I have to just recomplete in front of them. Christ, what was that? Hanging on in lead here after doing pretty average performance around the back half of the lap after a great start to the lap. Yeah, we cut that corner right and that is actually awesomely quick. If you get the line up right around there, you can boost all the way as well. Do this a bit better than last time, shall we? Boost to get away from him there, just as we were locked on the same trajectory. I'm going to have to go the long way because I boosted too much at the wrong time, which is not good. Out a long way behind him and went in the wrong direction because I've never done that before. Lost second place and I'm the lead. Oh, come on. Started that race so perfectly. Up to the end there. It's going so well. I would have mistaken the first lap where I did that. Then just got too carried away. I levied the complaint at others. Just get too carried away trying to manage the other people instead of racing the race. If somebody's coming past you, they're coming past you. Let them come past you, then hit your boosters. You don't have to block them off. But the temptation to do so is far too great. Or when they do come past you and then you burst to try and take them, they've cut across in front of you. So it's just a bit of an art form there to get that right. Jonesy. Or is it the same Jones? I don't know. Probably, but that means I'm probably not going to win this, especially with a fucking ram like that. Thanks very much, whoever that was. was going on there. There was a couple of guys heading out completely the wrong direction. I think I've just jumped past them, so they must have missed the gate somehow, but it's not the hardest of gates to hit, it has to be said. There are some tricky ones. This one you can easily screw up because it's you come this route, it's a tight line, and then if you get wrong you hit the rock and it spins you sideways, but if you do something like that, it just leaves you boosting just so you can slam the brakes on and unboost. Might catch Hammerfall here. He went really wide, so it left lots of room to come round, so I did. I'm all over the place here. How has he not come back past me again? He can only have given up. Because that was a shocking finish. 6 minutes to go. Still stuck on 15. Yeah. Haven't had a win in quite a long time. Let's see if I can nick one more before the end. First half, 10 in the first hour and a half, then 5 in the next 2 hours. It's definitely a fatigue piece. I mean, at least I'm still picking up. RA25, we know RA25, he's quick. I'm sure that's the same build he was using earlier actually, but he's definitely shot off in front, so you could definitely suggest that he's quick, even if it isn't the same build he had before. So he's going the water route, which is probably good for me. Ah! Landed in this one. Make any ground on the bridge. Doesn't look like it. Right enough anyway. Oh, come on. It's one way of slowing down for a corner when you've overshot it. Got the unpronounceable yard something. How did I end up on my roof there? I have no idea how that happened. I might wish you hadn't done that, because nice work, mate. No idea what happened there. We try to boost off there. 4 minutes to go. Probably only time for one more, unless I quit out of it quickly. So it's my last chance for a win.
No idea what happened there.
Honking your horn at me, you bastard. You fucking ran me. I was definitely with a chance of winning that till that happened. You've got to expect people to be driving the racing line. If you're trying to overtake somebody and you're trying to overtake them on the racing line, you're asking for trouble. Damn it. It looked like everyone was going round the back. Same douche again. Nothing but trouble with him all day. Because he's got a really quick boost, but he can't control it. Pretty quickly then. I don't know what he did. He definitely got away from me quickly. For the second, unless the leader does something silly. I'm not going to have time to get into another race. Yeah, quit out now. I think I've already missed it. So he almost looked like he thought that was the end. We've kind of all done that at times, but that's what it looked like. That he'd rammed his boosters to go over the line, knowing I wasn't that far behind him, or knowing that he just likes firing his boosters across the finish line, which people do. I've done it from time to time. Whether that's what he did, thinking it was the end when it totally wasn't. Just the off chance. Nope, closed. Well, that finished up pretty unsatisfying. They're down at 207, I'll sell them later. That's a pretty unsatisfying session, to be honest. First hour and a half was really good. But that finish, look at that. No wins in 10 on a bunch of the maps that I like. All maps that I like. So, yeah. Hey ho, thank you for watching once again. I'm going to call it a day there and go and grab some dinner. So I shall see you shortly. Well, thanks very much, and see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it.